Hey guys, welcome back. um, so I have a story time, and this is one thing that I should never do again in my life. This happened a couple of years ago. So I was dating this guy. When I started dating this guy, he told me so many lies. Trust me, I was so naive. I was dumb. I was proper dumb. I was a mumu. I was dating this guy. First, he told me his age and he reduced his age by like 10 years. But I found out later, because that time when he told me his age, I was calculating it to my age and it was like he was 5 years older than me. And I thought, okay, not so bad. And he was acting like a young chap, trust me. He was fit. He lied about having kids. He lied about ever being married. And so we were dating. We didn't start off dating. We started off as friends, and we were friends for I think about 7 months, and then we progressed into a proper relationship. Fast forward 2 years into the relationship, I started to notice some inconsistencies about him. Um this is me now being a nosy poker. I decided to like find out what it was. Once your instinct tells you something is wrong, something is wrong. So there was this time he said he was going to, I think, a bridal shower or a baby shower. Okay, on that day I was working, so he went. He came back and he came to my house after the baby shower, and he was at my house. Like, it's either I'm in his house or he's at my house. When I finish from work, because he drives, he'll pick me up. Sometimes we'll go to my house, sometimes we'll go to his house. So we're always like around each other. So one of the times when he came to me, there's this girl calling him around 12 midnight. He was sleeping. He's this kind of person that never password his phone. His phone has no codes, no password, like free access, trust me. And I never used to like look in his phone, but there were inconsistencies and I wanted to know what. So his phone rang and it was like I was stretching my neck because I was sleeping. I leaned over to see and I saw this girl. Um, I saw the name. Well, I was because it was female, so I caught the call. And then she called again. I caught it. She called again. I caught it. And so she got mad, obviously. So the next day, I think they had whatever row about why are you cutting my calls or whatever, but he never confronted me about it. So there was another incident where every time that, see, I like to clean, right? But this girl, she has PhD in cleaning. This girl would come because sometimes when I get to his house is so clean, like they've moved, because I set the house up, like I set the kitchen up the way that I like it. I put the blender where I want it. You know how you set your boyfriend's house, right? So that's how I set this house up. No, when I come back, everything has been turned around. Like everything has been scrubbed, everything has been kept in a different position. I would come, I would change it, and then she would come, she would change it. So I started to notice like something is wrong. And this was like 2 years into the relationship with this guy. So, and I had this key, like, that was how that was the depth of our relationship, I would say. For someone to hand you their key, I never go to his house. I think that's why he got comfortable. Like, I have the key, but I don't go there because we're always together. So I really didn't have to go to his house when he's not there. I just had the key. So I started to notice these things and I was like, what's going on? And then he started to come to me less. Like, there will be stories. At first, I didn't think much of it. But at some point, I'm like, what's going on? Like, he wasn't giving me attitude or anything, but there were lies. And every time that he came over, this girl would call. So I knew something was up. He said they were just friends, but it didn't look like they were just friends. It was more than friendship. Okay, so one day I got to his house and he was in the living room. I was in the room. And then I opened one drawer. I can't remember what I wanted to get from the drawer. Mind you, I don't even leave my things in this house. No, like I don't keep anything in this house that belongs to me. So I opened this drawer. I saw panties. Okay. So this other girl knows about me and she wanted me to know that she existed. So she had her clothing between his clothes in his wardrobe, which he didn't know. Mind you, I always like arrange his stuff. So I know how things are in the house. And I saw the panties and my mind said to me, you have to check further. So I opened the other side of the wardrobe and I saw she hid her clothes between his clothes. And I didn't say anything. I just went to the living room and he was chill. So he went out. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to get something or whatever." So he went. I didn't say anything. As soon as he left, I went to the room, brought out the things, the female clothes. They were already dry cleaned. They were in the dry cleaner clear bag. So I brought them out, laid them nicely on the bed. I went to the kitchen. I got scissors. I got pliers. Like, I can be mad like that. So I got scissors, I got pliers, and I started to snip. Like, the long sleeve shirt, I will cut off the whole arm, cut it off, leave one arm, and then if it's like a dress, I would snip the bottom, snip, snip, make holes, just ruin it and put it back in the clear bag and hang it in his wardrobe. She even started to leave her shoes. My goodness, like I was using pliers, I was drilling holes in all of her shoes. When I drill, I put them back. They were under the bed in the other room. That other room is like a guest room. Nobody stays there. So, I did all of that. I didn't act like nothing happened. And then she left her body cream in his bathroom, which I didn't think he noticed. I got to the toilet, I saw this female cream. Of course, he uses Vaseline, so I know that is definitely not him because there was the lotion and there was the serum. Well, you're trying, because I already started to notice this girl was trying to let me notice that she existed. So I said, okay, what do? I opened the bottle, emptied the whole cream in the toilet, emptied the whole serum in the toilet, flushed it, opened it, put water in the bottle and then the serum bottle and put it back there. And the next day, I went home. Didn't say nothing, no questions. And I was waiting for him to call me and say, "Oh, Cynthia, what's up? Why did you do that?" That call never came through. He would call me, it would be normal, it would be good. It was even nicer. And I started to think, does this guy know what I did? Like, hasn't she been there yet? Did she not notice? Started to ask questions. He never confronted me, my darling. I waited ages. That question never came. The next time that I visited his house, those clothes were not there in the wardrobe. The shoes were not there. So definitely the girl must have seen it. So why did he not ask me? I don't know. So we were just chilling. We're happy. I moved on with my life. I was living. She still continued to come. So at some point, whenever she came and she leaves her things, he would take it to the other room, raise the mattress up, and lay them nicely underneath them and put a mattress underneath it and put her shoes far, far, far underneath the bed. So, because he knows I don't check things, but I don't know why he had that idea. So I would come when he goes out, I'll bring the things out, I'll cut everything into bits. Like I would snip. Eh? And I'll take the shoes and I'll drill holes in the shoes. And I never got questioned. He never asked me nothing. So I wasn't sure what was going on, but I didn't say anything either. I'll just go back to my house like the gentle Cynthia. And that's it. So one day, He said he was going outside of London. He went, and then he he called me in the evening. I'd already slept. Actually, he called me around 10 p.m. I think I already slept. So I woke up in the morning and I saw his missed call. I called his phone. He wasn't picking up. So at the time when he called me back, I'd missed the call. So I called back. He didn't pick up. I'm thinking, what's up? Why is he not picking his phone? So I called the house phone. This girl picks the phone up. Hello. Kiniko. She talked. I'm like, okay, can I speak to? I said his name. She's like, he's not in at the moment. Do you want to leave a message for him? I'm like, no, never mind. Thank you. Bye. And then I called his phone and I was like, oh, what's up? I called you. What? Why are you not picking up? Oh, no, I'm not in the house. I said, oh, yeah, I know, because I called your landline and the person in there said, oh, no, that's like my secretary. Your secretary in your house. She didn't tell me she was your secretary. Oh, yeah, that's my secretary. Um, I'm like, okay, no problem. I've never done this before. I just got up after the conversation, dressed up, wore my shoes, and picked the house key and straight to his house. I got there, put my key through this door. Listen, my key was stuck. Like the door was not opening. I'm looking at the key, like, I'm looking at the door like this door has not changed. Like they haven't changed this door. It's still same door. Why is my key not working? Put the key, nothing. Put the other key in the other side of the door. This door was not even opening, like it was stuck. I'm like, what's going on? I went away, got downstairs. I'm like, no, I have to come back and try. This must be some joke. I got back there, put the key again. The thing was hard. It wasn't even turning at all. Okay, so I was like, what's going on? And at that time, I already have this other girl's number. So I withheld my number right there at the door and I rang her phone. And guess what? It was ringing right there. So she was inside holding the lock from inside so that my key does not open the door. So I laughed because when I rang it, her phone rang right in there. So I was like, oh, I just said to her, I said, if you're so brave and you're confident you're at your boyfriend's house, why are you standing by the door holding the lock? Like, let me in. She didn't say a word, like, she didn't breathe a single word. So I laughed and I left. As soon as I left, I think she called him and said, I came. And then he called me, oh my God, you have guts. Like, you called my phone. Then I was already building confidence in the relationship. I was like, you, don't you ever ring this phone. If I ever in your, like, when you get off this phone, like, delete my number. You know? I hung up and I went home. I went home. Do you know why I rushed down there? We went out, I think the weekend before, and my shoes were so high. So as soon as we got back to his place, I didn't wear the shoes back home. So my shoes I left for the first time. When God wants to catch you, I've been stabbing our own clothes and putting holes. Now it's my turn. So as soon as and I just bought the shoe. As soon as I remembered my shoes, I'm like, oh my God, before she stabs my shoe, like that, those shoes are precious. That was why I even rushed there. She didn't even let me get my shoes. So I left. And then a few hours later, he was at my door begging me. I'm like, what are you doing here? You know? He started to talk. No, it's not what you think. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry. Listen, I've discharged that. Stupid me. I followed him home to see if he's. Of course, she was gone. She was. And from then, it became very obvious that it wasn't worth it. Like when she calls, I'll pick the call. He'll be sitting there, I'll pick the call. Hello, how can I help? He's sleeping. He can't talk to you right now. Do you want to leave a message for him? And then she'll be so mad, she'll hang up and she'll be texting him. Sometimes I had two phones. So when we're together, when he's next to me and talking, maybe he's on the phone to his friend and say, "Oh, I'm here with my baby." I'll just put I'll just call this girl with one phone, put it down. He won't know that, and then he'll be talking away. Like she'll be saying hello, hello. Then she'll hear his voice and stay there. And he'll be talking, "Oh, I'm here with my baby." I'll be like, "Babe, did you get the juice?" You say, "Yes, babe. Do you want some? Okay, let me serve you some." And then he'll be telling us, "Oh, Cynthia is here. Who else? It's my baby, of course." And she'll be hearing it, she'll be boiling. And then after like 10, she'll be on the phone for 10 minutes and then cut the call. And then she'll be texting him and cussing his mother and cussing his father, cussing his generation, and saying how she's heard his conversation. And he'll be there confused, like, how come he only has one phone and he was on the phone? And everything she confirmed was his conversation on the phone. So who did that call? He never still confronted me about these things, ever. Do you know how I found out that all along he's known that I was the one cutting and drilling holes in this girl's clothes? One day I was in his apartment, I was in the kitchen cooking, and he was in the bedroom, and his aunt called him. She knows me, and the aunt was telling him, "Oh, how is Cynthia, by the way?" At that point I was already coming to the room to meet him, so I heard him saying, "Oh, Cynthia is fine." And then the auntie was like, "Oh, she really likes Cynthia. Cynthia is so gentle. You can put water in her mouth. She will not, the water will be there when you come back." He was like, "Eh? That Cynthia you're seeing there, he not knew. She's fire." The auntie's like, "Why did he say that?" Oh my God. He explained, like, "Do you, there's this girl, he mentioned her name. And he was like, "I brought her to you only once. Oh, this girl left her clothes in his house. You know, Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia destroyed all the clothes." Like he had to lie to the girl that Anyolo Joshua, like cockroaches ate the clothes. Like he didn't know what to say. Like she was so mad. Like, "What you mean cockroaches? How can cockroaches cut the whole arm off my clothes, cut a whole leg off of my trousers, drill so much holes in my clothes, even make I made her name with holes on one of her really lovely dress." Like, no, don't play with me. You come, you switch things around. You want to prove you're there, right? You put your cream. Like, I've been in this relationship over 2 years. I've never put my clothes or my cream in his house. You don't even have his key. I have stupid things, So this is me. I'm sure she was as young as myself, trying to prove a point. Prove what point? I eventually found out this guy was 15 years older than me. He was a nice guy, don't get boy. He's violent. Like he has anger issues. So it was that conversation with his aunt that made me realize that all along he's seen those things. He's fought the girls fought him. He's had to buy those things back. And the girl would send him text messages like, what is it about this girl? What do you see in her? And he'll be advising this girl to go back to her ex-boyfriend. And the girl didn't understand, like, why would you want me to go back to my ex-boyfriend? It was that bad. Um, Moral of the story, I'm living my life now. Like neither of us ended up with the guy. I'm here in my life with my spouse, my kids. She's in her own home with her husband and her kids. And where is the man? He's somewhere with another female that he's most likely married to. And look, was the fight worth it? No, it's not. So that's one momoish thing that I've done sometime in my life. Yeah, like I did the most. I did a lot of things that I can't even remember right now with that girl. Like years after I and this girl met at a party, well, I didn't recognize her until another of my friend told me that that's the girl, and she recognized me, but we don't talk to each other. What for? Because of who? Is it worth it? No, please. I know it's a younger me. I know looking back at that, it's very funny. So much. fun. It's brought so much laughter, like the amount of things that I've done because of a relationship. But moral of the story, you don't even know where you're gonna end up in your life. Like I could have invested that time into more productive things, but no, I was busy fighting over a man, trying to prove that I'm his girl. Don't do that. Don't be like me. So yeah, that's my story time for today. Have you ever been in similar don't lie, oh. Have you ever been in similar circumstances? Have you done something dumb just to prove to another girl that you are in a relationship with someone, or someone done that to you? How did you deal with that situation? Did you just walk away? Did you fight like me? Even though I didn't fight physically, I fought in other ways. So yeah, so that brings me to the end of my story time for today. Hope you enjoyed my story time. I will be back with some more juicier ones. Until next time, see you. Take care. Bye.